Adolf Hitler was one of, if not the most ruthless dictator in all of human history. But did you know that he was elected democratically? Yeah, I meant to put the S there because there were two elections here. The July 1932 election and the November 1932 election. Let's start off with the July 1932 election. Since 1929, Germany and the rest of the world, but Germany more severely, had been suffering from the Great Depression. They had to pay money to the United States, France, and England after what they did in World War I. Unemployment had risen from 8.5% to nearly 30% between 1929 and 1932, while industrial production dropped by around 42%. Over 6 million people were unemployed in 1932, and 40% of organized labor was unemployed or working reduced hours in the summer of 1932. The Nazis were basically saying, yeah, we're just gonna not pay what we have to and the economy will go up, which it did. When the next election happened, obviously. But the Center Party, which is led by Ludwig Kass, had been accusing the Nazis of beginning a pagan movement, while the Nazis accused the Center of working with anti-religious organizations that were equal to the organization that is currently persecuting Christians in Soviet Union and in Spain. The German State Party was led by Alfred Hugenberg. The Communist Party, which is led by Ernst Thälmann. The Social Democratic Party of Germany, which, judging off that name, I can assume probably wasn't that democratic, is led by three guys, Otto Wels, Arthur Crispian, and Hans Vogel. And lastly, the Bavarian People's Party was run by Heinrich Held. And here are the results. Adolf Hitler won the majority of seats in the Reichstag and won the most out of any point in history before with 230. The Social Democratic People Party or whatever got second with 133. The Nazi Party increased their seats by 123, and a record amount of turnout for that time in German history with 84.1%. The November 1932 election in Germany was held on the 6th of that month, and the Nazi and the Communist parties held over half of the seats in the Reichstag after the previous election. This made it impossible to form a government composed of moderates. The Chancellor of Germany at that time, Franz von Papen, could only rely on the support of the German National People's Party and the German People's Party, who only held a total of 44 seats. A vote of no confidence was put forward by the Communist Party and supported by 84% of the deputies, and a new election was scheduled. Over 6 million people were unemployed in 1932, and 40% of organized labor was unemployed or working reduced hours in the fall of 1932. And just like in the last election, Adolf Hitler was promising to stop that, and the people were rallying behind Hitler. And here are the results. Adolf Hitler won the election with 196 seats. The Communist Party, who decided to hold this election, literally got third, which doesn't surprise me one bit, because they're commies in Germany. Following this election, on the 30th of January, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany by the President Paul von Hindenburg after winning 2 consecutive elections, almost a year after Hitler was granted citizenship due to naturalization. After President Hindenburg's death in 1934, Hitler wanted to merge the roles between Chancellor and President and became the Führer of Germany until his suicide in 1945. Obviously, he did a lot of horrible stuff, especially to people of minorities, and that's why I am coming out as a strong anti-person. I don't like Adolf Hitler, and if you do, you should definitely be checked out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video on my channel. Please remember to like and subscribe, and peace.